Hello everybody, and welcome to today's video. We are doing a fully automated pinky farm, of course. And I'm super excited to show you guys this farm because I'm quite proud of it. Right, so let me show you how this works. I discovered this mechanic completely by accident. Best accident ever. What actually happened was one of my chupacabras escaped and they went and they attacked a marker. And then afterwards I noticed, during attacking the marker actually, I noticed that he went into breeding mode. And then I discovered that the allosaurs and markers all count as cattle animals, you know, sheep and cows, which is what you need to breed pinkies and chupacabras. So based on that, I built this little farm. And how it works is, we have a pair of pinkies, we build them in like this so they have line of sight, they get aggroed on the allosaurs, they attack him, we close the doors again, they lose line of sight, they drop aggro, and they breed. And I just put a little lever here, that is the redstone automation, so you don't need to pull this lever every time. But just to show you guys, I'm going to pull this to show you how this works as an example. Aggro, then they attack, pop, they go into breeding mode, and in a moment, they will not breed. Maybe they're still on cooldown. Let me try that once more. Go on, get him. And now, breeding mode, and bloop, spawn us a baby. And our allosaur keeps being healed by a nymph that we just trap underneath here. So he is subjected to a lifetime of torture. I'm just going to change the day quickly. He is subjected to a lifetime of torture, so make sure the allosaur that you use in here is the one that you're particularly fond of. And then, what I've done is, it's going to break these, because they aren't really necessary for this. This is a redstone timer, and we just pop this, and all this does is this opens and shuts the trapdoors every now and then, gets them to aggro, and same with the pair here. You can do this with only one pair, but I prefer to use two pairs, and they don't aggro all the time, which is quite good, because it gives him time to heal, and having such high HP, 44, the chance of him dying is extremely low. And then every now and then, they will aggro, they spawn as a baby, and poink, it falls on down there. The dimensions of this is 6 by 6 for the allosaur, that is the hitbox just about. I've made the 6 by 7 just because he was a bit all over the show. But if you can see, if I go down here, he's not moving. If I'm moving to this block, I start touching him, he starts moving. So this block here is kind of unnecessary. 6 by 6 will be fine. You can lure them in here by just using a lead and a carrot or a potato, whatever. Lure them in here, but I suggest that you build this whole farm first. Let me just shut down this automation, because it's going to keep on going. Just ignore those are other farms. Then they simply drop on down, of course, and they mature. And in here they will aggro on you. And I just built myself a little water stream here with some hoppers underneath these trapdoors. So the water pushes the drops and them against this. And then to stop the babies from coming through, I put a top side trapdoor in this block. And a bottom side trapdoor on this block. And then we can hit them through here. Drops go on down, XP, blah blah blah. All here into this here crate. And drop goes in there. Okie dokie. Now, in order to show you guys the dimensions of this, I'm going to have to kill these guys in a moment, poor fellas. But to get the nymph to be trapped in here, you can just use a rock. You need to name tag her, of course, to stop her despawning. But if you haven't got a rock, you can use one of my other videos where I show you how to spawn a nymph with some flowers where you want. You can find that on my channel. Let me kill these guys, show you the dimensions. Yes, I'm sorry. So, we go in here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks wide by 3. And this is to get their line of sight to align. So, in this block here, bottom side slab here, and then we break this one. And this will keep them suspended on here and give them a line of sight with this one. Now you need to use big pinkies. Pinkies come in different sizes, like all Lycanite mobs. So, you need to, you need to use one that is, see, that's a medium to almost small. That's probably not the best. You want big fellas, like this one and that one. Well, those are small, so that's big. That one's big. Otherwise, they won't have the line of sight. Both of these, you can see, they're big ones. They've got great line of sight, just like that. And then, from here, there is a block in between these, in between those, because the baby's hitbox is only one block wide. So they're 1 by 1. Babies will fall through. The big fellas are 2 blocks, so they won't be able to fall through here. And then we just here put 2 blocks, leaving 1.5 blocks, which means they won't be able to go back here. But the babies will still get forced through here and drop down here, all the way down. And we simply lure them onto here. Now, the hardest part here is going to be luring your pinkies in. If you've got a rock, of course, you can just get them through the portal, get them to chase you all the way in here, and then come in here, just kind of whack them in till they drop in there. Or you can put some trapdoors here, you know, just pop them on down, trying to get them to fall in and land on top of this one slab here. Then, on the ground level, this being the ground level, 1 block, 2 block, this 3rd block, we put our fence doors, like so. On top of this, we run redstone with a redstone repeater set on the 3rd level, you see. That's what it normally looks like. That's level 1, 2, 3. And here we put another one with the 1, 2, 3. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's actually 4. So that would be level 0, 1, 2, 3. No, that's 3 or 4, whatever. The maximum one. So there's a maximum delay on here. And now, for this part, I know this is quite confusing. I am sorry. This is redstone. So let me just break this here. And I'll break this here. And they should stop attacking him now. I'm trying to make a video. This is a simple redstone clock. This is a hopper facing into another hopper. And you just put half a stack of any block in there. This is a comparator pointing that way. And same on this side, comparator pointing this way. A blotch of redstone, a solid block, sticky piston here, sticky piston there. And that just pushes this redstone block across, which is of course how this works. This is an ethos hopper clock. And you see this gives us a constant signal, which is not what we want. So the block we lead this into, we put some redstone torches. See, they are currently active, but if you give them a signal, it's going to invert them. And they are not active, which is exactly what we want. And you see that little flicker? That's exactly why we do this. Every time that redstone block moves, it's going to disconnect from this redstone line right in that middle, and we get this little signal, a little pulse, as opposed to a constant signal. You just look at this, and bam, there you go. Little flicker, that's what we want. So these redstone torches, don't place them like that. Nah, place them against the block that the redstone is facing into in order to override them. It won't work if you just place it on the ground. Place it against the block. On top of this one, because he's going to be feeding the signal upwards, just put a solid block and a blotch of redstone. Let's break this. And there we get our delay. Now, that is basically how it works, but let me just break this as an example. See, that is quite quick. Do you guys see that? It doesn't open for quite long enough that they get ample time in order to aggro and get a couple of bites in, if you will. So what we do is we just add a couple of redstone pulse extenders, which is simply another, let me just simply this redstone line. So this is a straight line that we're walking through here, but we delay this one by adding one more line with another repeater set on max, so he feeds in through here into that one, adds a double delay. And then on here, we add one more with 2. There's one into that one. So this one delays even more, and then that catches up in here. And that makes this guy double extended, so the duration is triple as long. There you see the trapdoors. Let's see if that happens again. Of course it will. And every now and then, there you go. That's actually perfect. They have bitten him. They are de-aggro, the doors are closed, and bloop, there goes our baby. And Mr. Arathor hates us for, you know, subjecting him to a lifetime of torture. However, as long as you're cool with that, then that is all fine. So this clock here, I've already showed you guys how to do that. Hope that makes sense. Hopper facing into hopper, just add half a stack in there. And then apart from that, we've got our nymph. Down here, the actual killing room, if you will. How did you get out here? That's a tiny baby. Is there a hole in here somewhere? I don't know how this one got out here. Maybe I left a hole somewhere. That is concerning. He's not supposed to be this side of the fence. Ah, okay, he's a tiny one. He's not even half a block tall. Look at that, half a block tall. This, wow. Get in there. through here. Simply water source flowing into there. And then... let me out. This here is a trapdoor in the top side of this here block. So this block top side, like that. With a string of hoppers underneath, going in there. And if I pop myself to, let's see, survival mode. They are going to be aggro towards me. This little baby's probably going to try and kill me. But as soon as I start whamming away at them, then they are going to aggro. And they normally flock towards me, which is quite odd. But yeah, we can just go on a killing frenzy and get all of our drops and the XP through here. Hey, come here. Okay, looks like they might be aggro to something else. Don't know what, maybe the arrows are at the top there. But they would run towards here and they will try and kill us. And then we can just simply get our drops, which all goes in there. La-di-da. I'm surprised they aren't aggroing towards me. Hey, I'm in survival, aren't I? Why aren't you guys aggro towards me? Details, details. Come here. Anyway, that is how this farm works. I am probably... oh, right. I'm not in creative anymore. Let me do this. La-di-da. And you guys can obviously change this layout however you want to. I've tried doing an automatic kill chamber, but because the babies are different in size, they vary between less than 1, as we've just learned, and 1.5 blocks. It's pretty hard to get a killing room on the go here without, you know, just killing them yourself. So I gave up. But this is an automatic breeder. And that is simply how it goes. I'm going to do the same concept with some chupacabras and build another farm, obviously. But I'm super happy that I was able to get this fully automated because it's really hard within RLCraft. And that's it, guys. That is my automated pinky breeder. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a lovely day. And this is Zerger saying, take care and feed your dog. Cheers.